Look at these bears I altered. I made one into a Cyclops bear and one into a unicorn bear. I hope you enjoy this video. Hey everybody, thanks for coming over to Home 301. I call my channel Home 301 because I live at 301 Anywhere Street, USA. I'm gonna start by making some glass eyes. I'm gonna make more glass eyes than I need because I have actually another project in mind besides my unicorn bear. I could have used some cutout pieces of paper to get my pupils exactly right, but I just decided to freehand them with some black nail polish. Nail polish is going to be my favorite medium for these eyes. Really easy to work with. Now the trick is to try and get those pupils to match up pretty closely. Whenever I'm freehanding, I know I'm not going to get them perfectly symmetrical, but I can try. And then once you get it almost right, if you keep on messing with it, you'll probably mess it up. So try not to mess with it too much, my babies. So that's what they look like from the front. Well, I decided to do a couple of little ones because I'm thinking, I have all the stuff out. I might as well make a few extras. Let's just do a circle pupil instead of the long snake pupil. We'll see how those kind turn out. My first set of eyes, I'm going to do this aqua blue kind of color and it's got glitter in it. So it's a glittery aqua blue color, and we'll just do some of that. Now that's a pretty good color, I think, for an eye. And you have to get a really good coverage. And I am painting the polish on the backs, the flat part of these glass orbs that I found. These are the glass orbs that they sell at the Dollar Tree. And you're supposed to put them in your floral arrangements to help hold your flowers up, I suppose. But that's not what I've ever used them for. I only use them for crafts and stuff. So thanks, Dollar Tree, for trying to force your floral crap on me. I'll use it for other stuff. Now it's time to do the fun part that makes the iris so pretty. You do little scratch-ins and radiate them out from the pupil and scratch deep enough so that you can get through that layer of nail polish that you had put down. You can scratch all the way around. And this is the kind of thing that you can't really mess up, because if you scratch off too much than you really wanted to, you can just put a little bit more of the nail polish back on, let it dry really good, and then try it again. No fuss. So that's just the process. So you want to get both of them scratched up to about the same. And you're really making little grooves in that top coat or first coat of nail polish. And you make those grooves so that you can fill them up with another color of polish, obviously. And I suppose it's worth noting that you don't really want to set the point of your scratcher onto the black pupil part of the eye, because the pupil, of course, is solid. It doesn't radiate nothing. So now I'm doing another coat of nail polish, and I picked another shade, kind of a steel gray, but still has some blue tones to it. And of course, whatever you do to one, you gotta do to the other. Even if you're making a mistake, what I do is just go ahead and make that mistake on the other one if you're trying to make them same, because then you have a better chance of getting them both to come out the same if you make the same mistakes too. You see what I'm saying? And an even lighter green over the green glitter of these little green eyes. And actually these little green eyes turned out to be my favorite. The little afterthought one. Of course, I decided to scratch up these blue ones some more because I had made the first two colors pretty much the same shades and whatnot. So it's pretty dark right now. And I decided to put some deep grooves in and add a new color. So that one looks pretty good. I decided to go in with a little bit of silver glitter. You want to make sure and get all of the scrapings out of the gutters that you made, and then start getting that silver in there. Pack it in there really good. This color will make the eye sparkle a lot better. And you want to be sure and get a good cover all over it. This is what it looks like with the silver lines on and without the silver lines on. I don't know, I kind of like both of them. So I decided that they do need to look a little more bloodshot because they're really bright and silver, and I am going to make a monster. Well, she's not really a monster. She's going to be a unicorn. But look how it is with the red in. It's a good contrast. I like it. Gotta do the same on the other one, of course. And there you can see one half with and the other half without. You can kind of see it. And there we go. Well, there it is. There it is. And I guess I'm going to show the other one too, maybe. Maybe I will. There it is. Still wet. Don't want to mess them up. I also made some purple ones with some gold vein. I really like these too. Really purple. And here's those green ones. They're just so bright. And I made one more pair, and they're just pink glitter eyes with the circle pupil, because why not? So I decided to order some foam clay, commonly known as cause clay. And I got black and white, and this is the first time I've used this kind of clay. And you do always want to start with a clean surface, because clay will pick up everything. And if you're not painting your project, that becomes a real problem. But fortunately, I will probably paint or somehow color over this clay, especially seeing as how this is the first time I'm using it. So I read the directions, and like with any other clay, you need to work it a little bit, and it kind of makes the fibers in the clay want to lay together and want to lay smooth. Now, this is, like I said, the first time I'm using this particular type of clay. I have used the Crayola air dry clay, which is also very soft and sticky. But this clay, after you worked with it for a little bit, it kind of firmed up a little more than that Crayola clay does. So it had a pretty good texture, and it stuck to itself a lot. Still, so that's something to keep in mind if you want to buy this kind of clay and use it. Really, the reason why I got it is because it's bendy after it dries. It still has a lot of bend to it. So I want to experiment with that aspect of this particular clay. Now I'm just going to make a couple of balls to land the backs of my eyeballs on. Now I'm just trying to mess with it a little bit, see how it acts. I enjoy doing a new product and finding out all of the ways I can use it. When I was very young, I never felt like I had good tools to make anything, and I never felt like I could afford the good products. I always felt like I had to improvise products. If something called for clay, I would have to mix up some flour and water, or if something called for cotton balls, I would tear up a Kotex for the cotton. It never was quite the same. I am not having a whole lot of luck with shaping eyelids around these orbs. So all you can do is keep on messing with it, keep trying different things, and eventually you'll get a feel for whatever new medium you're using. Although I can say that, and I still can't paint a scene, I can't paint a picture. I can paint a wall. I can do like a technique on a wall, but I can't paint a mural on a wall for sure. So I got these little backs on at least. And of course, I will keep on trying different techniques for eyelids. Now, I have made eyelids before, but not with this material. So it's not acting like the clay that I'm used to working with, but that's okay. I can always make it come out the way I want it to come out eventually. I have these fake eyelashes. Those black ones there were magnetic eyelashes. You're supposed to clamp them onto your eyelashes somehow. Boy, it didn't work for me. Now they're in my crafting pile. Yet another thing, another beauty project that I have bought supplies for myself and just didn't work out. I can't wear it. I can't wear most makeups because I'm allergic to everything anyway. So yeah, for an eyelid, you really just need to make a little sausage with skinny ends. Lay the fat part over the top of where you want the top of your eye to be, and then fold the skinny ones down. It's pretty easy, really. It's a good kids project to make some eyes like this. I bet kids would really enjoy doing this. And just like the box said, or the tub, rather, use a silicone tool because the metal tools and the wood tools especially will really stick to this clay. But the silicone seems to get a pass. And for some reason, I think it needs that bottom lash. In retrospect, I don't think it really needed those bottom lashes. Or the bottom eyelid, I mean. But I put it on there, so I have to stand by it now. So you keep on messing with it and messing with it. So you have to get the other side kind of the same. And I did make a bit of a mistake on the first one in the corner of the eye. So I'm going to take a little tiny piece of clay and mimic that mistake on this eye. Because like I was saying, if you make a mistake on one, you should make it on both of them. And really, at this point of the process, is it a mistake? Or is it just creative, whatever? I don't know the word, people. I have old brains. Remember, I'm going to be 61 in 20 days. Oh my God, 61 years old. How did this happen to me? So yeah, that's about it. Same as I'm going to get them right now. I'll do something similar with these pink eyes, like the bottoms. They don't have to be perfect because once I get them on whatever project I'm going to put them on, you are not going to see them, the back of them. It's like Rachel Makesy says, what's going on in the back of my head ain't none of my business. I love that girl. She's so cool. She uses cosplay too. In fact, that's probably the reason why I decided to order some. I probably watched her doing something, making one of her little creatures with her cosplay. So I thought I would roll this clay out this time for this eyelid because I saw a thing on Pinterest that I would like to try. Let's see if I can manage to pull it off. See, it goes around like this. No, that didn't work. Maybe if I consult the oracle. Aha, there it is. Here's the booger that makes me think I could do it. There it is. That's the culprit. She was using leather. I just don't know. Well, armed with this new information, let's see if I can pull it off this time. You know I'm watching it again. Okay. So if we go like this, and then wrap it around like this, and then squeeze it like that. Nope, not gonna work. Trash that idea. Boo. Oh, I guess I'll try it one more time. No, it's not working. But it gave me an idea to make the eyelid more like on Monsters, Inc. The monster that Billy Crystal played had the little eyelid that was kind of domed up from his eye. So that's what I'm going to try and do here next. So here we go, getting them formed. Get it up where you can see it, maybe. That would help. And there we go. It's starting to be a little cup. There's a little point, a little eyelid, just like the one for Billy Crystal's monster on Monsters, Inc. It's really cute. I like it. My husband came over and said, "Oh, your eyelids got all bumpy." And I said, "Well, I meant them to be that way." And then I showed him a picture of that Monsters, Inc. monster. And he's like, "Oh, okay. Oh, that's good. That's real good, honey." That guy. Well, now on to the next set of eyes. These ones that I had made bloodshot. The blue ones. And this time I'm just going to set them on some clay for the back. And I'm not going to mess with eyelids at all. I think I got burned out on doing eyelids when really all I wanted to do was some eyes. That happens sometimes in crafting. And you know, I'm going to be 61 pretty soon. I do what I want to do. I didn't feel compelled or need to make eyelids for these ones. I just left them just like that. And here are 3 pairs of eyes that I made today. 4 pairs if you count those little cute green ones. So of course they're not done. Look at those eyelashes. What? We need to put some eyelashes on these guys for sure. Ooh, pretty and pretty. Pretty. I like the color shifting. Well, I have cleaned up my eye making mess and put the fingernail polish all away. I thought I would pull out my Pearl X, what's this stuff called? You know, mica powders. That's it. And so I tried that on these, but I do believe I wind up painting them anyway. I don't think this gave a really good coverage over the dried air clay or the dried cause clay. If this cause clay had been a little bit damp, I guess. It dried so weird. I'm not used to it. It dried to the touch after just a couple of hours, and then, you know, you can dent it. It's foamy. It's different. And yeah, it's not taking this mica powder very well. Not that you can see it anyway, because my video taking was so bad here. Sorry about that. Finally, a good close-up look at all of my eyes with their eyelashes on. And of course, those green ones didn't even have eyelids, so just eyelashes. And they were my favorite. Of course, I wasn't going to leave them like that. I had to paint those eyelids black. It just didn't look right. Now, let's get that unicorn horn into this bear. This bear has really, really tough skin, and maybe I might stab myself with this really, really sharp fish fillet knife. What do you think? I thought I might, so I grabbed an X-Acto blade to help me get it started, and that did it. That did it. Now I can stab and slice and make that hole as big as I want it. This unicorn horn is a slice of a seashell, and I got these from Mexico a long time ago. I had a whole bunch of them. This is the only one of them that I have now, and now I'm going to put it on my unicorn bear. So it'll be a magical unicorn horn. I think it does the job quite nicely. I really like it. Now, I got this Fabri-Tac glue a while ago. And here's the thing about this glue. It is fabulous, but it gets dried out into a real goober mess. And once it's a little dried out, it is hard to squeeze. I have 61-year-old hands, and I cannot squeeze these glue bottles like that. So I try to open it up, and I snapped that damn toothpick off in there. Do you believe it? Oh my God. Trials and tribulations of crafting. There, I got it. I poked it out. Well, I'm not going to let it go to waste, am I? Oh, look what happened. Oh my God, it blew a big glue bubble. This is the weirdest stuff. It's like a plastic glue. Let's lock it down before more of it explodes out of there. Oh my God. So now I have this big glue bubble. I might as well use it. If I could just finagle it into this hole, I might be all right. It's almost there. It goes. There. Just get it in there. Just do it. Pull a Nike on it, right? Just do it. Get in there. Come on. Don't fight me anymore. I got it. I got it. That sucker won't go anywhere. Now, good bear. Good unicorn bear. I thought I might use some clamps for this next part, but I'm pretty sure I don't wind up using those clamps. It's good to have a thing if you need it, and when you're just going along seeing what works and you don't know if you need it or not, still, it's good to have it. It might be just the thing, says the hoarder to her followers. I hope there are followers by now. If you like my kind of video, maybe you could follow or subscribe or like it. I don't know how this thing works really. I'm kind of doing it for fun. But it is also, to be honest, a part of my retirement plan, because once my husband isn't working anymore, and who knows what Social Security might look like, I might need to have something to supplement any income we manage to have in about 5 more years when my husband's old enough to retire. So maybe this YouTube channel will help me to do that, stay in my house when I'm old. That's probably my biggest fear, is that I'm going to lose my house somehow. If my husband dies before I do, I don't think that I'll be allowed to stay in my house that I've lived in and cared for and painted every square inch. This world is pretty scary. So here I am gonna try and clamp this poor little bear's head. Ah, will it work? Will it work? I just don't think so. It's got too much stuff in. And it looks like they're gonna hang on there pretty good anyway. So we'll just let her try and hang on to her eyes by herself with no clamps. So there's one eye on. What do you guys think? Is this a fun thing to do with the old bear that I scrounged from the Goodwill? Look at me shaking that bottle of glue as if it were gonna come out. There's no way that's gonna come out. That glue has gone past its prime. Maybe Fabri-Tac or whoever makes Fabri-Tac will take pity on me and send me some new glue. That would be great. So I back up the Fabri-Tac glue with some of that Barely Art glue, which is for costuming, is how it's advertised. I had gotten that Barely Art glue for my diamond dots, and it works pretty good for my diamond dots. Maybe you can go over and look at my snake on a cane video where I put diamond dots on my snaky cane. That was a long project. That took me 6 days to make that snaky cane with all the diamond dots. But it was a fun project and I enjoyed doing it. I hope you go over and take a look at those videos. My snaky cane, my altered angel that I did. And then also, when I get done with my creations, I really am enjoying Nano Banana, the AI tool. So I go over there and I show it a picture of my creation and I ask it to bring it to life in a certain way. I think for this project, I will make my new unicorn bear dance around with my old Cyclops bear a little bit and maybe give a kiss and share a kissing spider. You'll see what I mean. I'm going to take off its old bow tie. It's kind of crappy. And actually, it's so crappy that I'm not even going to save it in my ribbon stash because it's like, yeah. Now her nose needs some attention. We're just gonna put a big old glob of glue and get that all smeared around without getting it into her little face hairs too much. So I know I don't want her nose to look brown anymore. I want it to be black. So I get out my trusty tulip dimensional paint. This stuff is great. It takes a while to dry, that's for sure. So you need to be able to let your project sit for a solid 24 hours before you try and do anything with it after you put this stuff on, especially if you put it on thick like I am. Because, yeah, it takes a while to dry. I want to so carefully put it all around the brown parts of her nose because we don't want any of that to be showing after she's done. Now I'm at the point where I've got it down. I've got the black over the glue, and if I keep on messing with it, I'm going to really mess it up. So it's time to put the brush down, Jeanette. Quit messing with that thing. You're gonna get it all over the place. Look what I found in my stash. A little spider. Oh, let's do two. 2 little spiders crawling on her nose. Unicorns don't mind spiders crawling on their noses. And let's put the mommy spider on there too, so that later Corny Bear can give Clopsy Bear a spider kiss. And do the little juggle and get it right where I want it. Right over her little mouth. So she got spider lips. Yeah. That'll make her be pretty quiet. Oh, look, I found this nice grandma necklace in my jewelry stash. I never wear it. I'm going to give it to Corny Bear. She's already got some of my kitty ears on, that little headband. I put that on her. I'm going to put on some of these claw covers. You might remember that I put some of these on my gypsy cat statue before I brought her to life with my Nana Banana AI. And those conveniently fit right on her little head. So let's do these little purpley ones for Corney's bear claws. She's going to be a 3-toed bear. I'm pretty sure Clopsy Bear had 5 toes, but Corney Bear only has 3. And put it on. And put it on. Put it on. And put it on. Put it on. There we go. How are you liking your manicure, Corney Bear? Put on your toe. Put it on. Put it on. That's in. Toe number 3. Get it on there. Last foot. First toenail, put it on. Last foot, second toenail. Come on, get it in there. Put it on. These are a little bit fiddly. And get it on the toe. Bam-a-llama. There we go, finally. Look at her, got all 6 fingers and 6 toes. Now, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to give her eyeballs on the bottom of her feet. But I could if I wanted to. And I just kind of mess around with some of the other things I pulled from my stash and see what kind of things might look good on my new bear. My bear's makeover. Here's the thing that I made a long time ago out of a seashell and some clay. It almost would look cute, but it's not quite right. And you can't go wrong with a little stud earring, can you? So we know she's a little girl. Case the necklace hadn't given it away. Or maybe it's just a queen. Maybe she's a queen unicorn. Oh, I think she likes the 420. She's so cool. And I think she's about done. What do you think? Oh, one more little. How about a little butterfly on her belly? Those Care Bears got nothing on my Corny Bear. She got a whole butterfly, and that's perfect. I'll fix that on her permanently later when all her other glue things are dry. So, well, now it's time to go get Clopsy Bear. Come on, Clopsy Bear. I have somebody that you're going to want to meet. And we're going down the hall, Gonna turn a corner and lay my eye on her. What? Is that for me? Yes. Yes, Clopsy Bear. That's Corny Bear. And I made her so you would have a little friend. Aw, I think they love each other. Well, I told you I made those extra eyes. And I did have plans for them because I got these silly hats from Temu. I swear. Don't order from Temu, I guess. But I found a use for those hats. What do you think? It's a silly hat. I remember watching a YouTube video where this guy was out hunting or otherwise taking his dogs around in the forest. And he had some yellow eyes that he drew and put on the back of his hat so that cougars or mountain lions wouldn't sneak up on him. I think this would work for that. Well, anyway, you guys, thanks for watching me create my bears. And be sure and watch that short. I'm going to put it on my YouTube, but I also post it on my Instagram because I just really like Instagram. Anyway, so bye.